Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Design Lab's session called Master the AI Video Revolution, Tools, Showdown, and Runway Demo. It's a long title. I'm glad I got it all out. We're excited to have you here with us today. Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Uh, I am joined by Sachin Kama, who is going to be leading today's session. And as we're getting started, I wanted to just provide a quick introduction and would also love for you all to share a quick introduction. So as you are joining in, please do take a moment to say hello in the chat. You'll find the chat icon in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Let us know who you are. Also, where are you tuning in from? We'd love to know where folks are located. I'm joining you all today from Ontario in Canada. We've got a nice cabin vibe going on. So please do take a second to say hi in the chat. I'd also like to introduce Sachin to you all. So Sachin is an artist. He's a generative AI expert, a creative tech entrepreneur, and he's also the creator of Design Lab's very popular AI for Visual Design course. In recent years, Sachin has designed AI workflows and trained creative teams at companies like Amazon, Aditya Birla, and many more. And his trainings really center around helping creatives unlock AI's full potential in their daily work to reduce design inefficiency and boost their creative outputs. So we're very excited that Sachin is here to facilitate this session for you all today. Thank you all for being here and for saying hi in the chat. It's lovely to see so many familiar names, also lots of new folks tuning in from all across the globe, it looks like, to be quite honest. So thanks for being here. I want to make sure we can get right into it. So Sachin, I'm going to turn the floor over to you and off we go.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we are diving into something really exciting today. That is AI video generation, right? Um, my goal for this session is simple: to share practical insights with demos on how AI-powered videos can power our creative projects. All right. So with that, let's get into it. So first off, there's literally never been a better time to dive into these AI tools and supercharge your creative work. That means bringing your ideas to reality at mind-blowing speeds. We can do this today because of all the AI models and tools that we are seeing coming up. Now, top companies are leveraging AI right now. They aren't just like saving many hours, which is like an obvious advantage when you start implementing AI workflows, but they are also able to move faster. They are experimenting more freely, and they are crushing competitors still clinging to the outdated methods. And right now, as a design or creative leader, you have got two options, that is, adopt or get left behind, right? That's the hard truth that we are actually seeing today. Now, the truth is the market actually demands more creativity, more faster output, and more high quality outputs using AI tools every single day. And AI isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's the edge that transforms a good creative team into a powerhouse. So knowing how to really create and use these AI powered tools and create these AI powered visuals is a huge leverage. And if you master them, you will dominate in your creative industry. And that's exactly where we are heading. We know that the future is definitely human and AI collaboration. And I believe you are all here because you have firsthand already witnessed the exponential progress of AI and what it can do when coupled with human creativity and our drive to create these new things and build new experiences. And this exponential progress and the adoption that we are seeing has happened just in the past 2 years. So the speed has been incredible in terms of the developments that we have seen. Some of the issues that we were complaining about 1 year or even 6 months ago don't exist anymore, right? We have already overcome those. So whatever we are probably complaining about today that AI is not able to do will probably be done in the next 6 months. What you're seeing here is an image I created with Flux 1.1 Ultra. It's a generative AI text to image model. And no, I didn't upscale this to a higher resolution. I didn't tweak it or spend hours perfecting it. This one just took me 10 seconds to create, just 10 seconds. And any one of you can actually start using and creating images with it right now. Majority are not even aware that this is even possible. Like just the level of detail, right? What you see over here, the pores, the skin texture, the reflections in the eye. It's like we are stepping into a whole new level of what's really possible with AI. And honestly, if this is where we are at today, can you imagine what's coming next with all the AI image and AI video models? Now, here's another example of an image generated entirely with AI. Again, no editing, no adjustment. It's just raw output of a text to image generator with Flux. And just for a few dollars, you can create enough high quality images to meet daily branding or content needs using these AI powered tools. Now, the real fun is when you can use an image and then turn it into videos. So AI video models are leveling up very fast. And I wanted to put a few of the latest to test in comparison over here. So this is a side-by-side comparison of the best AI video models. And it's using the exact same prompt, right? The text description and the starting image. So this same image using the same prompt um, and adding them together and creating the video, the outputs that you see. So no extra tweaks, no special tricks done over here. So these are outputs from Runway, Luma AI, Kling AI, some of the top AI video model developers right now. And it's incredible to see how each model handles the task differently, like from texture to lighting to motion and depth, right? So the possibilities for creatives here are absolutely next level. And when you think of this, here's what's really giving everyone. It's not just about using one tool, it's actually stacking up multiple tools together. I'm not sure if you can hear the music as well. The music is also
Unfortunately,
generated
we
with
cannot
AI.
hear.
Oh, you cannot. Yeah, so there's a background music for each of this, and they are all generated with AI. So AI isn't just about using one tool anymore. It's the real magic happens when you stack up multiple models and build workflows together to create something extraordinary. Now, imagine the workflow, right? So you start by concepting your ideas with ChatGPT. You can craft perfect prompts to go along with it. Then you bring those ideas to life visually in Midjourney or Flux, where you're creating these stunning high quality images or mock-ups very quickly. Next, you take it a step further using tools like Runway or Kling to transform those images into dynamic videos. And to top it off, you can add custom music track with Suno AI to tie the whole piece together, whole artwork or the asset together. So the best part is all of this from concept to final polished output can happen in under 5 minutes. And this is what a repeatable, streamlined AI workflow looks like that will save you a hell lot of time while also giving you the control and quality needed to deliver projects on brief. So AI is democratizing visual creation, making it possible for anyone to compete with enterprise level visual content. AI isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's really changing how we create and execute visual content. Now, imagine scaling your creative output exponentially, like saving many hours in the process while also enhancing the quality of the output. If you think of this, one AI workflow can generate 1,000 visuals, right? So this gives you competitive edge. It drives that ROI growth that you are looking for, and it exceeds client expectations as well. And I will walk you through some of these wonderful examples today, and we'll do a demo of from concept, from an idea, to a final video that we can create, a final short clip that we can create. All right, so let's talk about AI video models, which is the topic for today's workshop. So in terms of video creation, there are two ways, two foundational models to guide the output. So one is text to video, wherein you have your text prompt, right? Just like you type in ChatGPT, or if you have used like Midjourney or any other AI image generator, you have a text prompt and you're generating the image. So this is text to output, so text to video. And your output, the video, is purely based on the prompts, the descriptions that you provide, nothing else. And the second type of guiding the model, and this is called as conditioning, the second way of getting the output is image to video, which is you guide the output by providing a first image. And there are multiple ways to do this, like it could be a first image or a last image, or a combination of images where you guide it in many different ways, right? And one straightforward way to do that is use an image as your starting frame and then provide a prompt to guide the rest of the scenes in that particular video that you want to create, the short video that you want to create. So that is image to video prompting. And here you have like text to video, image to video. There are some amazing foundational models that we have been seeing, just like ChatGPT has the GPT-4o and other versions of it. You have Claude from Anthropic, right? So similarly, like Midjourney has Midjourney versions for generating images. You can think of the same way in terms of AI video generation. These are the foundational research labs and startups that are building these models. For example, we have Runway, then we have Kling, we have Luma, we have Pika, Google VO3. You might have seen a lot of amazing stuff on social media going on around right now. Then we have Minimax, and we have Sora from OpenAI. So these are the foundational models, and what that means is they have trained their model based off all the videos and the images that is out there, right? So they have built these models, and they hold the control and the ownership of those models and any changes they make. So whenever you think of AI video models, you can just think of these tools and platforms over here, and you can forget about the rest, right? So any other video generator that you come across is probably using one of this to power up their application. So with that in mind, let's see what it looks like, an image to video. So here I have created this image with Flux, text to image generation. And I use this image as an input along with the text prompt and created this video, right? So that's image to video generation. So I used with Flux, the image generation, and then Runway Gen 3, which is what we'll see today. In fact, we'll look at the latest model that they have to turn it into a short 3 to 5 second video. And the prompt can really describe what's happening in those seconds after the first scene, right? So there needs to be some sort of guiding prompt to tell it what is happening in that scene. And this is one of the examples. Now, what else? What kind of controls can we really have in terms of video generation? So here is an example of, again, a AI video generation, but here you see we can provide controls in terms of the movement. And these controls are like defining the camera movement, like is it zooming in, zooming out? Is it horizontal camera movement, vertical camera movement, panning, zooming? So all of these can be controlled in terms of how much movement that you want in that particular scene. So think of this as camera controls for guiding your AI video generation. Some other examples. You can think of any still shots where you can add a layer of depth by turning it into a video. So all these images are done with AI. With I think this was done with Midjourney, and each of those shots we can use the same principle and turn it into a short 3 to 5 second video, right? Because it just adds a layer of depth, engagement, and people immerse themselves whenever you see um, a video. And we know that, I mean, this is a well known fact that on social media, on ads, start like videos work way, way better in terms of CTR and engagement than having just static images. So when the ability to turn an image into a short video like this is so simple and straightforward with AI tools, why shouldn't we leverage that today, right? You can also think of how you can turn abstract images into a simple animation, again, done fully with AI. The abstract image is generated with AI. You can create all kinds of variations on how it's supposed to look like, and then you can turn it into a simple animation like this, and it works amazing for abstract shapes. And this could be, you can imagine, for maybe any kind of presentation or maybe a backdrop of an app or a landing page, just to drive more interest and engagement in terms of whoever is observing it. And finally, just take a look at these still scenes. We can mask certain those scenes. Pretty cool, right? That it's so easy right now to be able to get the outputs or based on whatever creative direction or angle that we are going for. And things are only going to get better. I always say this, like whatever you see today is the worst it'll ever be. It's only going to get better. All right, so now let's talk about the tool that we are going to demo today, which is Runway ML. So Runway is one of the frontier models which is doing research in terms of AI video generation. They were actually, you can think of Runway as the mid-journey for videos. So they have been at it from like 2000, I think end of 2022. And 2023, they had that initial, the first AI video generation model, which is Gen 1. There were a lot of flaws with it, right? Like, but you could see the potential over here. You could see that just like in image generation, that you can start, like once this improves, you can start creating really cool stuff. But instead of like, let's not get confused with this table. What I want you to focus on here is the latest models, which is Gen 3 and Gen 4. And Gen 4 is the latest one. It's amazing. What is the main strength? So Gen 3 is great for expressive motion and improved realism. And Gen 4 is great for identity, motion, and building that consistency that you want in terms of storytelling. So it's best for Gen 3 is best for cinematic shots and expressive motion. So you can get more experimental with it. You can explore more movements, styles with Gen 3 much faster. And Gen 4 is where if you want much higher consistency and in terms of storytelling, this is where Gen 4 truly shines. And you'll also get much higher quality. So we'll take a look at how we can get started with using this. But before we start using any AI video generation models, we need to think of how can we really think of prompting the model, right? So that's the first step, is to understand what does a good prompt look like? What are the key ingredients that we need to have in it? So it's very important to start with a clear visual scene. So when you're prompting for AI videos, you need to think of yourself as the person behind the camera, like you are the cinematographer and you are actually directing that particular scene. So you're moving the camera and you are telling the subject or the character what exactly to do in that particular scene. So if you can imagine this in your head, you're good to go. You will be able to describe all of this that's in here. So how do you break it down in terms of writing your prompt? So this structure is how you can start building your prompts. And you'll see most of the elements here are very similar to image generation, but there is one key difference, which is very important for um, taking control of the AI videos. So we start with the subject, like you need to describe who is in this subject, right? Some examples over here. So the better you describe, the better the outputs are going to be. And this is for text to video, right? Because when you're text prompting with text to video, the model does not have any other information other than your text prompts. It does not have your image. So you're just providing your prompt and it needs to generate a video. So the more detailed you are, the more better the output is going to be. Because if I just type over here, woman, and follow up with the rest of the prompts, that could mean anything. So get more detail, try to visualize who's in that particular scene. So the subject, secondly, it's the context. What is really happening in that scene? For example, like where is it happening, right? In the environment, in the surroundings, where is that really happening, that particular scene? A cozy living room with bookshelves, action. So you need to direct what that subject is doing. So what is really happening in there? What kind of interaction or action? Then you have the style. Um, this is also the case with AI image generation. So what kind of look you're going for, the overall aesthetic. Usually we just go with cinematic, but if you're looking for animated or like other style, you can explore those stuff. The most important ingredient, which is different from the image generation, is the camera motion. Because here you got to think of how you are moving the camera. So here you have like you are going to add that perspective and you're going to add those keywords of what that shot is going to look like. Then you have the composition, like how is it framed? It's like over the shoulder shot, close up, wide shot. So you can play around with that. And that's also how you can start telling a much more immersive, much more engaging story by taking control of these two, and more importantly, the camera motion. And finally is the ambience, which is the mood and the lighting. All right, so with this, we have a good foundation of what the prompt structure should look like. Now, let's talk a little more about the camera, because camera motion is the most important aspect to direct the video in the right direction, right? So you can use some of these ideas. For example, eye level shot, high angle, worm's eye, dolly shot, dolly zoom in, dolly zoom out. So you can think of how you can play around with these terms and take control of the camera motion that way. So with that, let's actually walk through a demo where we do these things, and I will show you a shortcut of how you can get these prompts, because prompting for video is a completely different game, right? More, like even myself, like I need to think like a cameraman, and I need help of some sort of a guidance to be able to do that, and I will show you how to get that very easily. Right, just sharing my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see um, my screen with the prompts, with the prompt
We
icon.
can. We
Just,
can see.
just let me know. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Susan. Cool. Um, all right, so we just went through this, which is how to really think of prompting and structuring it. But as you see that there is like it takes some time to get a hang of it and to start thinking in that direction. So this is what I have done. I have created a GPT which is trained with the best AI video prompts and the camera movements in terms of how to really um, captivate a particular scene and turn it into AI video. So the GPT is, if I go to ChatGPT, in fact, I have it over here. Let me. So I'm gonna drop the link over here for everyone. So that's the GPT, and let me just put this over here. Cool. So what does the GPT do? It helps you get AI video prompts for the AI video generators. And we are going to use this with our example today. All right. So how do you get started? There are two ways to go about this. And like I mentioned, it can be either text to video or it can be image to video. The best way to get control over your output is to actually supply a starting image, which is going with image to video. So if you have generated an image with Midjourney or any other AI image generator, you can add it over here and it gives you the best prompts to go along with it. So I will click on this option. I would like to upload an image and get the best prompt. When I click on it, it's going to tell me, please go ahead and upload your image. Once I see it, I'll craft the best cinematic video prompt for it, tailored for tools like Runway Gen 3, Google VO2, Sora. But this GPT is also trained to provide you the matching music prompt to go along with that particular scene. Because to be honest, if it's like a plain video without any kind of music, it really looks boring. Nobody's going to engage with it. The real magic happens when you supply the right music to go along with the video. So I have already created my image. I'm going to use this. I got this, like I created this with Midjourney. I did quite a few variations and I thought this was a perfect example. And what I'm looking for was I want to have a clear subject in my image. So I need to make, like, as soon as I look at the image, I need to know what the next second should look like. If that's not clear to me, um, even AI will struggle on turning it into a video, right? So think of how you can make it easier for AI to actually animate things. And that means starting with the right inputs, giving it the right images, cleaning up the images if needed to be able to get the right outputs. So I'm going to go ahead and download this image, right? So once I have the image, I can simply go to the GPT, back to the GPT. I'm going to click here on the plus icon and I'm going to upload the image. And that's it. I just upload the image. I do not need to write any further instructions. And I just hit enter. So what this GPT does is it's gonna scan the image, and based on the image, it's gonna give me an AI video prompt which matches the image that I have provided. So it's going to understand what's in my image, what's the scene looking like, and what motion will go best to go along with it. So it thinks like an art and a creative director. And then it also gives you a music prompt, and you can generate an AI music to go along with it. Further, when you scroll down, you will see why this prompt works. So it's giving you a clear understanding of why it has suggested this prompt. Um, so it's telling subject clarity, scene composition, right? This is exactly the ingredients we talked about for prompting. Camera motion. So it's telling me a low angle backward tracking shot gives cinematic depth and keeps movement dynamic. So it's recommending this particular camera motion. Cool. And as I said, this is the thing that we need to look for. If you don't like anything over here, you are free to add those instructions. You can say, like, since this is ChatGPT, you can ask the GPT, hey, I don't really like this camera motion. Can you give me ideas around something else? Maybe you have a clear idea on where you want to go, right? And this is just a starting point. This prompt here is just a starting point. You can modify it like you want. And you can ask it, can you give me more ideas, let's say for dolly zoom in shot, right? Or maybe a low, it's already a low angle tracking shot, maybe a low angle panning shot or things like that. So you can ask for specific things that you know. And it'll give you multiple different variations if you ask for those. So it's asking me, what would you like to modify? Camera work or shot type, camera film stock type, and the rest of the things, right? It's giving you some of the examples. I'm good with this. I'll go with this particular prompt, right? So that's my prompt. Great. So now I'm going to jump into Runway to be able to animate this. Pull up my Runway. Okay, cool. So as soon as you sign up to Runway, you will have this dashboard. You can click on start a new session over here. And it looks, kind of overwhelming, but don't worry. Let me walk you through it step by step, and I'll tell you what to focus on, right? So here, the first thing that you need to look at is this particular tab. Are we on the latest Runway model? So Gen 4 Turbo is the latest. So it says our fastest and most efficient video model. And then there is Gen 4, our most consistent and configurable video model, right? Now, since this is a live demo, I want to be able to get very quick results, because otherwise we're just going to be staring at the screen. So I'm going to select Gen 4 Turbo to get the fastest result. Now you can also click here on the previous models, and they have additional capabilities like camera control and all of those. We'll not go into that. We'll just select right now Gen 4 Turbo for this demo. I'm going to click drop the image. Once I have selected the model, click on drop the image. So that's my image. I'm uploading the same one. Once I have it, there is the prompt, describe your shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my GPT. I'm going to copy this, going back, paste it over here. So I have my image, I have my prompt. We are good to go. The last thing that I need to check is the aspect ratio. Since the image is 16:9, I'm going to stick with 16:9. You can also crop it if you want. And I'm going to select the duration. Usually it's best to start with 5 seconds, because we need to understand that AI video generation is very expensive. It's going to eat up your credits very soon. So the credit system, like, it's going to consume them very fast. And it's very resource heavy to generate videos. So it's better to start with a smaller smaller duration, and then extend it if you like it, right? Because you might want to experiment. You might not like the output that it provides in the first go. Then I hit generate. So it's going to take some time. I already created a video over here, which is the same steps, the same image. The prompt here is tracking shot on a cobblestone European street. again through the GPT. A confident man, okay, where is the camera? Like the camera we already described, but what is his action? His relaxed charm contrasts the village and blur. Okay. Yeah, I think it's this one. The confident man in a tailored suit walks towards the camera with his hands in his pocket, right? And this is a tracking shot. So the camera is moving like this. And let's see the output. There you go. Amazing, right? That's freaking cool. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay. There you go. So we generated a 5-second video, and you also see the background movement, like people walking in the backdrop, even here in this video. It's amazing. And if I wanted a much higher quality, I would have gone with Gen 4 to keep it most consistent and matching the image with the right, so that the color shift is not much, the lighting is matching throughout the scene. But it would, of course, consume a lot more credits and takes a lot more time. Cool. All right, so we went from a static image, right? So from a mid-journey image to be then able to create a prompt for it and then turn it into a video in less than 5 minutes, right? And now I can keep generating as many variations as I like just by changing some of the prompts, or maybe I want something else. I can just ask for it and run those iterations. Great. So I see a couple of, if there are any questions, just drop it in the comments. Yes, you can see over here the credits did drop every time I generated, and it's pretty expensive. Since I was using this model, it's cheaper, but if I use this, it's much more longer and takes a lot more credits. Cool. Let me take some questions, like if there are any questions right now in terms of the demo.
While everyone is sharing their questions in the chat, we do have a few questions that you can cover. The first one is, do you think you can get better responses with paid GPT over free account?
No, they are the same.
And also there was a question because we have showcased on the slide the bullet points, but when you prompt, you actually don't have to prompt as a bullet list. It's just to showcase the prompt. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just for us to understand the breakdown. When you prompt, you can just combine all of them together.
There were a lot of questions about Flux, with which was photorealistic image generated.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we can, if there are some specific questions, we can like quickly answer in terms of Flux. But since this workshop is about video, I would love to talk more about that one. And if there are anything like you want me to show or repeat. In the meantime, I would just share this.
We do have an interesting question from Carlos. Would the video benefit from multiple images of the model and scene instead of single one?
No, it should be a single image. Multiple images will not work, and also there is no optionality to add multiple images. All right, so we asked over 300 designers what's really stressing them out, and their answers were brutally honest, right? Here's what one person said, that is, I feel overwhelmed, losing my edge, watching AI advance faster than I can keep up. But I want to feel confident using these tools effectively without exhausting myself just trying to stay relevant. And this is what we are seeing happening today. These models are improving so much faster, and you just saw a live demo of how simple and quick it is. Like even the image was something that I could generate quickly with AI, and I could control it like I wanted. So I can get maximum control in the image generation and then get the camera control in the video generation. So there is no anymore, like, the imagination is truly the limit right now. If you know the right tools to use and the right workflows to build for your creative use cases, you will be able to build any of these assets and turn it into a wonderful image or a video, right? And if that's the transformation you want to achieve, then you can join our AI for visual design course, which is coming up. So with that, I think we are open for questions, and if there is anything that you want me to repeat or talk about regarding the demo that I walked through.
While folks think about their additional questions to share with you, Sachin, I also want to take a moment to share a super short survey with you all. We really appreciate you being here, and we'd love to get your feedback on this session so that we can continue to run more sessions like this one and really tailor them towards what you're hoping to learn about. So I'm dropping a link for a very short type form survey uh, in the chat right now. We really appreciate you taking the time. It'll take you just a minute right now to go ahead and fill out that survey. The more feedback we get from you all, the more we can continue to run great sessions like this one. So thanks for taking the time to do that, everyone. We'll stay on to answer a few more questions, but since I haven't seen too many come through, I will also just take a quick minute to share a couple more links with you all that I think you will probably want to bookmark. One is the link to learn more about the AI for visual design course that Sachin mentioned, which he is the creator of and runs in partnership with Design Lab. If you are super curious to dive more into generative AI tools to generate images and animate with Runway, you can find out more about the AI for visual design course here on our website. And you can also find out more about all of the different advanced courses for working designers on Design Lab's website as well. Because you joined today's session, you are eligible for a discount on any upcoming course with us. And so I'm going to share that discount code into the chat. Make sure you copy it so that you can save it somewhere. The code is design247. Again, we're running this session today in conjunction with 24/7. Super excited to partner with them and with Sachin to bring the session for you all. So there's that code that you can use to go ahead and sign up for the course and also get a $100 discount. This discount expires July 11th, so you've got about a month to use it. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Sachin, because I do see more great questions coming in now. I want to make sure you have time to answer those.
If I may, I would like to read the questions for you. And Sachin, you're muted. You're still muted.
Oh, sorry, I was saying I almost lost track of the comments pouring in. So yeah, that would really
Yeah, comments are going crazy. And thank you everyone for participation today. It's being great. We did receive few questions regarding the process. Can you please repeat at high level this entire process so
Mhm.
our learners can grasp the concept once again?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me do that. Let me share my screen.
In the meantime, while Sachin is sharing his screen, we received a question from Maria asking, can you use the same process with an image you already have, a real photo? And the answer is yes, you can use the same process. In case you have an image, you just don't have to generate it. And you can use AI to
Yeah,
create prompts. And you can, for example, GPT that we have shared, the link is in the chat. And then you can animate it with various AI video platforms. And today we are showcasing Runway. You can use the same process to work with your existing images or even real photos.
yeah, absolutely. So if you have your own image, you can just upload the image that you have over here and write the prompt that you're looking for. Or you can upload the image similarly on GPT to get the video prompt, right? And then paste that prompt into Runway. For I just generated, like, whenever I have to create videos, I generate them with either Midjourney or Flux. So let me walk through the process. What I did here was I used image to video generation. So for this, I need a starting image, which is the starting frame. And as you see, the output over here was actually just the start of this image. And the rest of the video, right? So this was the starting frame, which is my image that I generated. And the rest of the frames, you can think of like the AI video, like any video is just frames per second. So it's just creating many images in that 1 second, and it's playing it so it looks like a video. And that's the thing with the prompt. The prompt is really guiding what are the frames that needs to appear in the next seconds, right? So that's what the prompt is defining. So here I had in the prompt, there was a better way for me to show it. Yeah, it is a tracking shot on the street. A confident man walks towards the camera with his hands in his pocket. So this was kind of the main thing that we were going for. A tracking shot is basically a slight movement forward or backward, and the person is moving towards the camera. This is what happened in the prompt. This was in the prompt. But for this, like, to get this input, like the image and the prompt, I had to follow the previous steps, which is I had to first get the image and use the image in the GPT. So let me walk through that again. So ChatGPT, and this is the AI video prompt generator, which I have developed to be able to generate the best prompts for the ideas that you have. And let me just share this. Again, I think I dropped this earlier, just in case you missed. And in the GPT, think of this GPT as my AI assistant. This AI assistant is helping me to generate the best AI video prompts based on my idea. For this example, my idea was an image that I provided. So I clicked here. I would like to upload an image and get the best prompt. Or you could just also type that. You can just start by typing saying, I have this idea of a video. This is my image. Can you please provide me the best prompt to go along with it? And it'll get that to you. It's just like using ChatGPT, just that this is tailored to create you the best prompts for AI video. So it's going to ask me, okay, please go ahead and upload the image you would like me to use. I'm going to click here, the plus icon, so that I can upload the image. And this could be an AI generated image from Midjourney, or this could be an image which you already have. And that's it. I just hit upload the image and I hit enter. So this AI assistant will scan the image for me, and it is going to tell me the prompt that best suits this particular image. Right, so I have this prompt, and then if you scroll down, it tells me why this prompt works, so that you can understand if you want to make any changes, or you can understand why this is the prompt that it has provided. It's justifying that why is this a good prompt. Now you can make your own mind, and you can say, okay, I like this or I don't like this. If you want to modify anything, you can just ask for it, like change, like camera work and the shot type. You want to switch it to, I want to use a dolly zoom out shot. So it was a simple instruction that I provided. It says, okay, perfect. A dolly zoom out is brilliant choice. Now it's creating me the video prompt with a dolly zoom out shot. See that previously it was a tracking dolly shot, and now it's a dolly zoom out shot. And I can copy this. I go to Runway. If I have to start a new session, let me do that. I could simply paste the prompt over here because I already have the image, but I'll show you from scratch. So start a session. I'll click over here when I'm on Runway. I will drop my image, click over here, upload my image. I will add my prompt. I'll just select Gen 4 Turbo, which is the fastest model and the latest model, so that I can iterate very quickly and I get fast output. 5-second video, everything else is set up, and I hit generate. So that was the process. I see a question. Cindy is asking, now that you have the video, how do you add in the music? Okay, so let's do that. I think we have a couple of minutes. Let's do that. If you see in the GPT, we have this music prompt right below it. I'm going to go to Suno AI, which is one of the best music generators that is out there. Not this one. So be careful in terms of which Suno you use. So here I have the suno.com. I'll click on create. And most of the UIs are pretty straightforward, and they are like very similar. So this is where I type my prompt, like describe your song. And the prompt is cinematic, strings well with ambient pads and deep bass pulses, slow and dramatic. Now, I'm not a musician, right? So this is why I developed this GPT, so that it can help me generate the best ones. And I'm going to click on instrumental just so that I just want music. I don't want any lyrics. And I hit create. It's generating me the music. Okay, I have the music here. Let's give it a couple of seconds. It's pretty quick. And that's my output. And now it's a dolly zoom out. He's not walking towards the camera anymore, right? Because now the prompt was different. It was dolly zoom out shot. I'm going to download this. I have the music over here. I hope you can hear it. Again, fully AI generated. So this is not stock music. This is AI generated. I'm going to go ahead and download the MP3. I'm going to go to Canva. Like Canva is the simplest way to put together. If you want like better editor, you can use CapCut. I'm going to upload the video. Know where the music went. Okay, it's still generating. I think we need to give it some time. Okay, I can download them.
Thank you
Sorry.
for showing the demo. We have a lot of feedback that it's clear. And we do have few questions. While you are waiting for the Suno music, maybe we can cover those. And the first one that I can see in the chat is from Monica. Can you create an image to video prompt in Runway to create lip sync of the person?
Image to video prompt. Sorry, there were a couple of things over there. What was that? Can you repeat it?
Can you create image to video prompt in Runway to create lip sync of the person?
No. So for lip syncing, image to video prompt won't work. For lip syncing, you need an audio file or a script of what the person should talk. So it's just lip syncing. There is no camera movement or anything. It needs a script. So this is the final video. I put the music together. I put the there we go.
This is great. How did you like the demo today, guys? Very interesting, amazing, love it. Very cool. Thank you so much for your feedback. I know we have not covered the copyright questions today, but this session was not about copyright. So I hope you can dive more deeper into this topic in our future upcoming course, where we are all happy to invite you to join us. And also I will share the link so you can connect with Sachin on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your engagement in the chat.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone, for being here and for all the great questions. We certainly don't have enough time to get to every single one of them, but definitely echo Sachin and Deanna. We'd love to see you in a future course with us. We have a lot more opportunity to delve in way deeper into the topics at hand in doing that. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. And I'm also just going to reshare the links that I posted in the chat earlier, just in case you didn't grab them then. This way you can save them all now. We'd love to get your feedback in our survey, and you can also check out more details about the courses and enroll with the discount to get $100 off. So here are all of the additional links for you to save there. Wonderful. Deanna, I don't want to end the session before you have a chance to share anything else. Was there anything else you were going to leave in the chat?
I believe all the links we have shared, but happy to
Okay, great.
share once again the link so you can guys connect with Sachin. He's sharing a lot of valuable content, and I'm inviting everyone for the course and to join us on LinkedIn.
Amazing. Wonderful. Well, thanks again, everyone, for your time. Looking forward to seeing you at the next session or in the next upcoming cohort of AI for Visual Design. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.